Yo, what's good, y'all? This is Carl from the Allin1 podcast.
Yo, it's Jordan.
And today, we have a special guest here. Say your name.
What's up? It's your boy Fr8’s, or my government is Elijah, so.
Nice. How you doing? How your summer been, brother?
It's going by too quick, you know.
Facts.
5 states in a week. Shout out to Jordan, my dog.
Yes, sir.
It's been smooth getting to train and kind of just live in Edinburgh for the 4th year in a row. I'm ready to get up out of here, but in due time.
Yep.
The grind. Yeah, we just came back from a little Atlanta City trip, celebrate me and Jordan's birthday. That was a cool little experience.
Yes, it was. I had a lot of fun. We got robbed by the hotel, but it's alright though. You feel me?
It's alright.
I got robbed. Let's get it right. I got robbed.
I got robbed too. We both got robbed.
No, I was the one that got robbed.
But I lost money too.
Listen. They won't plug it, but I will. Go check out the vlog. Fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah.
The public interviews, don't forget to check that out. The Beyondallin1. You feel me? The new YouTube channel, get that popping.
It may or may not have me in it. You know, you might have to look a little bit, you know.
Facts. So basically, to start off, like, I know you a big sports fan. Talking about you from Cleveland, Ohio, right?
I'm from a small village called Apple Creek.
Apple
Village.
Creek.
He said
but
village.
we love Cleveland sports.
Fuck Ohio.
Feel me?
Why is it that, Jordan?
They gave me speeding tickets.
How fast were you going over though?
30.
Whose fault is that?
The cop for pulling me over.
No. That's your fault for not checking the speed limit, bruh. I was in the passenger seat and I said, of course Jordan would get pulled over right now.
I mean, shit.
You're
Hey,
wildin'.
I wouldn't have even been in Ohio if it wasn't for our 30 states in a week trip.
It was 5.
Same shit. It felt like 30. You wasn't driving the whole time.
I mean, we could count it as 10. We went back and forth to a couple different states.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. We can do that.
It was a fun little trip. I was in the back seat the whole time, so.
Yes, you
feel
were
me?
not doing
He
shit.
brought his prosthetics that he didn't even use.
Feel me? I did use them. Feel me?
Barely. He used them for 2 days and that's it.
I had to stack the chairs. I used them a lot.
No.
It was nice.
No, and then you busted your butt falling backwards at the bowling alley.
It's Anthony.
Yo, I remember that. That was
I'm gonna
funny,
get you
bro.
back, Anthony. Brooks. Government.
Why you gotta use his whole government? Shout out Ant-Man, bro.
Yes, big ant.
Big ants. But like I said, you a fan of Cleveland sports. So how you feel about sadly the Cleveland Cavaliers lost to with the Halliburton, you feel me? So how do you reflect on that and like how you feel like your offseason had went?
I think our offseason has been great. We've been moving around some pieces. I wish we would have kept Ty Jerome instead of Sam Merrill, but I kind of understand the move with getting Lonzo as kind of him stepping in and being our Alex Caruso or Drew Holiday kind of player, you know.
Right.
You look at Lonzo's game, and he's a good two-way player, defensively and offensively. He kind of brings more playmaking to the team. He can score the ball if we need him to, but I think he's going to fit in well. I think it's a necessary move that we need. We are still inexperienced when it comes to playoff runs, which is why I feel like we lost to Halliburton. So, yeah, that's kind of like my take on the whole Cavs situation right now. We're moving in the right direction. It's just going to take a lot more time than, I guess, me or some other people thought.
Yeah, I feel like next year, due to like Jason Tatum and Tyrese Halliburton going out for the season, I feel like the East is going to be like more wide open for a bunch of teams. And I feel like the Cavs, they could take it, either them or the Knicks or my Pistons. It's either.
No,
The Pistons have no shot.
Pistons suck.
I wouldn't say that. You feel me? If my brother Julivan was here, he would defend me because he knows more.
R.I.P. Julivan, bro.
R.I.P. Julivan, he'll be back soon.
Shout out to Big Juju. I wish he was here. I love you, Ju.
But yeah, how do you feel about NFL season right around the corner? How you feel about the Cleveland Browns?
Well,
Shador.
you know, they can attest to this, but I was a big Shador guy. But I mean, he's kind of been balling in training camp and things like that. You look at his QBR, it was at 70%. He threw 5 touchdowns with no interceptions.
That's tough.
So he's kind of, I still think Joe Flacco is going to start. I don't know why we even bothered to draft the Oregon quarterback. I don't really see the interest in him, but I think Shador, he's going to be nice if we can get rid of Deshaun Watson and Kenny Pickett. I think we can see a really good quarterback room. Hopefully they don't mess it up like they did the Baker Mayfield situation, but
That was fucked up, bro.
Facts.
That nigga balling now, bro.
I'm a big fan of Jerry Jeudy. I don't know if he's still on the roster.
Yep,
I feel like
that's my guy.
Him and Shador could have like a big year.
Yeah, good. They're gonna make a
Pro
good
Bowl
duo.
for sure.
It's gonna be a good time to see those two kind of go out there together and hit the field running. Hopefully, I think it's gonna take a year or two to kind of see it come full circle. And once that happens, once we kind of figure out the flow with things between them, I think it's going to be a good connection. I also think we fumbled the bag with not signing Nick Chubb. That was a loss. Now he's in Houston playing, and he signed for peanuts on the dollar. I think it was like 1 year, like maybe $10 million or something like that. It was some ridiculous contract. I think we fumbled the bag. I thought we were getting a good recovery with drafting the Ohio State running back Judkins, but he's now having legal problems. Whereas if you look at Nick Chubb, right, no legal problems, stays out the way. Every so often you'll see a Batman photo in his Instagram post, but that's about it. Justice and all that.
He just about business. That's all.
But I do think we needed to retain Nick Chubb in order to kind of make another run to the playoffs with Joe Flacco at the helm.
I feel that.
So you were talking a lot about sports, right? So I know you have this podcast called the Wild Card Podcast. Is that what you do a lot on that? Just talk about sports, or like what's that about? What are you doing there?
Well, for me, as you guys know, I'm a guy with many hats and many different nicknames, but the wild card was something I started last year with a couple of my friends. Shout out to Evan and Jake. Jakey Poo, I miss you. Ev, I'm going to see you soon. But no, me and the guys, we kind of wanted to start like this lifestyle/sports podcast, which then led me to having the conversation with you two about starting what you guys got going on here. And we post every so often. Last semester, we weren't really happy with kind of the things we were putting out there, so we ended up kind of cleaning house when it comes to that. But we're looking to come back bigger and stronger this coming year, and hopefully getting on a regular schedule for posting.
Yeah, because like what you said about how we started, like I feel like a lot of what we started came from the Wild Card Podcast, like seeing what you guys do, and we were able to like kind of have similar conversations and similar like discussions and stuff like that. So I mean, it's pretty cool that we were able to be similar but so different at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So that's like a really big thing.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm a big believer in people taking opportunities to the fullest. And kind of creating your own platform for people. So like for me, right, I do all these different things, and my goal is to just build a bigger platform, so that way people can hopefully take advantage of it, especially with the Wild Card Podcast and our vision for that, and my radio show, the Rolling Fr8’s Sports Show, which we're in a mode of rebranding. I'm looking to change the name, change the logo of my radio show and kind of the vibe, but the mission stays the same, to kind of build my own platform, build my own brand, but also give a voice to some people that might not have one.
Okay, I like that. So, like, how did the Wild Card Podcast come about? Like, what was like the motivation behind it? Like, what did you, Jake, and Evan talk about before you started, and like, what kind of got you started on doing it?
Truthfully, it started out as like a filler for the class final project, but it turned into something way more. It turned into something that we all found a passion for, something we loved doing together. It gave us the opportunity to hang out and build something that's real, and build something that can take us different places and lead to different, different opportunities down the line. It kind of came about at a Chi Alpha game night at Welcome Week. Every year we have that game night, as you guys know. I believe it was a Wednesday or Friday night this past year. And we kind of got talking, we have this project we have to do for Radio Practicum, and we didn't really know what we wanted to do, but we know we wanted it to be together. So we kind of landed on a podcast. It started out as maybe doing a bunch of liners and promotional work for the radio station, but it turned into this idea of doing a mixture between the Pat McAfee show and Impulsive and these other shows, because my business brain immediately clicked to it because, it's such a hot thing right now to do podcasting and kind of getting that going.
Okay, yes, sir.
That's cool. That's cool. So, I know you just graduated this past May. Mind telling us like what you studied in? What was your minor?
So I graduated with a bachelor's in comprehensive business and administration, and then I graduated with 2 minors, one in personal financial planning and communication.
Communication. Okay, that's cool. So I know like when you talk, you tell us about like your big business brain, your big business ideas that you have. You're very informative in teaching us. Do you have like any business ideas that you would tell people out there or inform others?
I can't really give you the sauce.
Yeah, I'm not asking for like the full bag.
I'm not going to give you the full sauce, but all I'm going to tell you is there's some exciting things happening that I'm working on in the background that you two don't even know about yet.
Surprise me.
But I might have a few surprises for you. But for me, right, business is all I've known. My mom started her own business. My dad has business aspirations. So kind of like my whole family, we're all entrepreneurs. We're all building businesses. We all have the strive for businesses. And I've just been blessed with the correct mix of my mom and my dad to kind of hopefully take the ball and run with it. But to keep it long story short, when it comes to the ideas, I have a notebook of ideas.
Okay. I know about that notebook.
I got a notebook of ideas.
I love that notebook.
Don't play with me. Don't come for my notebook.
I didn't read it. I know about it.
None of y'all are ever reading my notebook.
I don't want to.
I don't want to read.
That's your sauce.
Listen, it's my sauce, and it's like a bunch of my people that I talk to. You see an idea or something, right? You see an industry that's kind of been the same for a couple of years. Find a way to make it different and find a way to make it you.
Right.
Because that change can lead you down avenues that you didn't even know possible and open up doors for you that you wouldn't even think possible.
Okay, like that leads to my next question, right? So like, you are kind of touched on a little bit with what you just said, but like, what are some like advice you would give or words of encouragement to somebody trying to start a business, like trying to build and trying to break the mold and doing stuff like that?
Yeah. Well, first of all, it's not an easy task.
For sure.
As you guys have experienced with starting this podcast, right? There's going to be creative differences, especially if you do it with people. There's going to be a lot of bumps in the road, a lot of sleepless nights. So I think for me, right, you have to be mentally strong. You have to have thicker skin. You have to be willing to sacrifice. Sacrifice is the biggest thing to me, because you're not going to get Christmases. You're not going to get Thanksgivings. You're not going to be able to go on that vacation every year with your friends. You're not going to be able to do a lot of the things that you want to do. But if you stick to it, right, it may take you, it gets said all the time, it may take you 6 months, it may take you a year, it might take you a couple years. But if you just stick it out and you get to the other end of the tunnel, you'll get to reap all the benefits of your hard work.
Yeah, like that's like a big thing. Like with anything in life, it's just like making that sacrifice and trying your best to like go through that hard stuff. And even though you don't want to do it, you still got to get up and do it. Like the whole discipline thing we've been talking about this summer with like training and everything like that. Like we all kind of agreed going into the beginning of the off season, like the way of the summer is going to be discipline. Because I feel like we're still trying to get there. Like me especially, like I'm still trying to work on things and everything like that. But it's definitely like
My boy Jordan got to work on discipline and time management.
Yeah. I know.
Time management to the fullest. I'm getting it on record, so that way we have it. No, but it's like I say all the time, and I've told you guys why the word of the summer is discipline, because discipline outdoes motivation every time.
For sure, yep. I know that much.
And I feel like discipline builds consistency, which builds motivation. So you kind
exactly
of getting the same thing.
I feel you. That's been the story of my life is discipline and sacrifice.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to be where I'm at right now. So for me, it's like it's a blessing. So, I mean, just stay consistent and be disciplined. and be willing to sacrifice, and don't be scared to take them chances, man. That's the biggest thing, like, I'm seeing today with a lot of people in business. There's so much opportunity out there, but people are just scared to take the leap, whether it's through comfortability, not wanting to do it, or just being scared. Or there's also the people that just want it handed to them. And I think, that's not the way the world works. You're not going to get handed anything in this life.
Yeah, facts.
So
It's a very weak
you gotta
mindset.
you gotta go out there, you gotta grind, you gotta get it however you can. It's like Jordan's dad told me, get in where you fit in.
Yes, he says that to me every single day, all the time.
I believe in that, but I also believe in pushing beyond those boundaries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Definitely, 100%. So, like, I know you mentioned your notebook with business ideas. Like, is there any special where you a process you go through trying to come up with ideas? Or they just come to you hey, I want to do this, I want to do that.
A lot of them, honestly, they do just come to me. Like I said, I'm blessed to be surrounded by a family of people that are building their own businesses, and we talk about it all the time. Me and my mom, we talk about different ways that she can improve her business, different opportunities that she has aspirations for. Just for instance, I'll give you one. My mom, she wants to start a restaurant, right? So with that, I've gotten to research the food industry and research other things and kind of look for where we could fit into the market and where we could shake up the market in our area. So that's hopefully coming soon. We'll see what happens with that. But for me, it's it just comes to me naturally, business. It always has and it always will. Since a young age, I've been told, I should get into business, and I thought that they were kidding. And I came into school as a special ed major and wanting to help kids that have special needs. But God kind of had other plans for me, and he kind of showed me that business is going to be my way and business is going to be my option.
Nice. So, who inspired you? Do you get inspiration from any people, any podcasts or books that talk about business, or how did you build that mindset?
For me, my mindset was built through the things that I've gone through, right? So we talk about lived experiences in a lot of classes, right? So for me, my lived experience kind of built me to where I am and the things that I've gone through, but also my faith, right? I'm a man of faith. So for me, I guess when it comes to who I look up to or who I kind of see as big-minded people or whatever you want to call it, I don't know. There's a lot of different people I listen to. There's a lot of different people I look to advice for. I could give you a list of people, Tim Fox being one of them, a guy that works in the finance realm. He kind of helped me get through my finance minor and kind of gave me advice through that. Will Waller is another guy I got to learn from young. He's a guy that's done a lot in the business world. He's been a real big help to me. My mom, like I said, she's been building her business since I can remember. Another one, man, there's so many. Mike Engdahl, he's a professor here, Professor Engdahl. He's been pushing me since I got in the door. Christine Billen is another professor that's been pushing me since I got through the door. Sean Pfeiffer, another professor in the finance realm.
All the professors.
You guys know this. I'm a big network guy, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like you can learn anything from anybody in any kind of conversation. It doesn't matter if you're the janitor or if you're the CEO. You can learn something from somebody.
Yeah.
Right.
What is the importance of networking to you?
To me, right, networking is everything. It's not about what you know, it's about who you know.
Yeah,
and that's such a cliche thing. I know, everybody says it, but I've seen it, and it's really true. For me, my finance minor, right, I wasn't gonna do finance. That was not my thing. Numbers, doing different kinds of math, that's not really my thing. And I had a conversation with Engdahl and Sean Pfeiffer, and it kind of led me to okay, I'll give it a try. Next thing I know, I'm at the conferences with them, talking to these guys, these head people of different finance businesses like Vanguard or Federated or what have you. So I think for me, networking is everything, because you never know when an opportunity might spark from a random conversation you have.
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely a big personal networking myself. Like I try my best to talk to as many people as I can and open as many doors for myself, like opportunity and business wise, and all that type of stuff. Because I feel like you said, like that, it's about who you know, not how good you are at things. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta definitely know a lot of people in order to get to where you want to get to in life.
I believe knowledge is power, but people can also help you get there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure, 100%. That's a bar. I like that. Yes.
DJ Fr8’s. So yeah, like you said, I know you mentioned like your faith when you was just talking about your business mind and stuff. We know that you recently just got back from Greece, and you went on a little missions trip there. How was like your experience? How was the connections that you made? How did that all go for you?
Well, I told you guys a little bit, but Greece, Thessaloniki is an amazing spot. First of all, the people there are great. The food is made fresh, which is fantastic. It's the healthiest I've eaten in years.
Yes.
Just because, it's not as many processed things, and it's not like going to McDonald's and getting a 10-piece and a sweet tea. I love sweet tea. I'm addicted to sweet tea, right?
Yes.
That's my drink. Like, that's my thing.
That's your crack.
I couldn't have that over there. So my crack over there became Coke with lemon, which is, if
Coke
you haven't
with
tried
lemon.
it, I know it's weird. I know, and I'm looking at the camera because I know it's weird. But try it. I'm telling you.
Coke
Shout out
with lemon, that
to
sounds
the flight attendant on my flight to Switzerland. She put me onto that. She put me on. Shout out to her. And the people there are great. Like I said, they're all open to talk, and they're all very aware of like the political situation over there, and they're all trying to kind of figure out how they're going to make it out, just because of the political situation over there. I don't really want to talk about everything over there that with the political situation, but it's real eye-opening. You think things over here are a certain way, but then you go over there and people are scared to come to America over there, just because they're scared of some of the things that go on in our news and things that are happening within our states. So I did meet a lot of great people over there. I had a great time over there. I would recommend going again. So
You want to take me with you?
no.
Let's all go together. Family trip.
No.
Family trip to Greece.
I'm tired of Edinburgh. Just take me.
Without Edinburgh, we wouldn't have met.
That is true. That's a cute thought to think about.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's only for the podcast, though.
I know. He hates us behind closed doors.
I do.
It's
I do
okay.
hate him.
He's just
I
trying
hate
to
all
be
of them.
nice. Yeah, I know.
I hate all of them. All 15. No,
But anyway, how did your relationship with God grow through this mission trip? Like what was the biggest thing? Like what were some eye-opening things you saw? The things that really made you see like the face of God in a way?
Yeah. For me, right, I gave a little bit of a testimony on Instagram about it, but for me, it was about really like him showing me that like it's possible for me to do it, and it's possible for me to have an impact in different ways rather than just the typical missions trip, right? So for me, he kind of pointed out to me that like that you could do this if you really wanted to, and that kind of opened up my eyes and kind of reset my mindset, and I mean, I always try to grow. Like wherever I go, I try to grow in my faith. So for me, it was really cool to get to see that. There were some other things that happened, but those are kind of more personal, and you guys don't get to know those. Not today.
It's a secret.
Yep.
Go ahead.
So basically, I know you kind of touched on this already, like what made you want to go to the mission trip, but like, what are some things that you would like teach others about Thessaloniki and like the things that you learned, kind of?
I think again, right, the people are good, like they want to talk to you, like they're willing to talk to you, so that was cool. The food is great. You get to look at all sorts of different sites and different buildings that were from way back. Like you can be walking down the street, look to your left, and there's like something from ancient Rome or something in that period. And it's really cool. Like it's a really cool place. It's Thessaloniki in particular is not like a big touristy spot. It's up there, but it doesn't have as many as like Athens, right? You think of Greece, you think of Athens, but for me now my mindset has switched to where it's like Thessaloniki, in my opinion, is better just because of the culture. It's rich in its own culture, and its traditions. So it's kind of like you get to learn truly what the culture is, and not just what the tourists get to see in Athens.
Yeah, like all the history stuff, like just from the past, like all the stuff we learned in like high school about ancient Greece. Like, you actually get to see more of like the culture itself.
It's still cool to like see that, and I took a bus and we drove by Athens, and it was cool. But you know, in my opinion, like for my disabled people, right? You want to talk about accessibility? Thessaloniki has it. They got a subway.
Okay.
Their sidewalks are not as bad as some people make them seem. You know, if you're willing to kind of MacGyver it and figure it out, it's not that hard.
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
Take some people with you, though. Take some people with you. Don't go by yourself.
What type of meals did you like have out there, or like what was one of your favorites?
There's so many. There was like this pasta dish over there. It was like lasagna, but it was better. I can't think of the name for the life of me right now, and of course it's right now, right? When I can't think of it. But it was just exquisite. Like, it was fantastic. All the food over there is good. All of it. We had a seafood dinner that was splendid. We had different pasta dishes. Those were good. We had vegetables that were amazing. We had a crepe, which was good. I had a savory one. Somebody got like I guess I call it like a regular like meat one. But if that's your cup of tea, go for it.
Interesting.
That does sound. I just the only crepes I know are like the ones with like chocolate in them. Like.
Yeah. Mine had Nutella.
Ooh,
okay.
Yes, that sounds. That's what I know about.
Shout out to Melina. Sorry if I butchered it, but she put me on to like what she gets there, and it was fantastic.
Okay.
It was sensational.
Yes, sir. So like, what made you like want to go on the mission trip in the first place? Like, was it just like a conversation you had with God, or was it just like, you know, I want to explore the world and spread the word? Like, what was it?
Yeah, so for me, it was a realization point, right? I don't know where I'm going to end up after I'm done with college. I don't want to go with a different group. Like, I don't want to go with people I don't really know. Chi Alpha is a really good group of people. So for me, it was like, I have this time period to kind of get in my missions work. If that's what I want to do, if that's what God wants me to do, then I feel like right now is the time to do that. And so for me, it was kind of like a conversation of, hey, this is what I'm thinking, what do you think? And then he was like, yeah, go. And so after some conversations with a couple people, shout out to Ryan Presser Palmer. I love you.
Guy.
Drummer Ryan. After having that conversation with him and a couple more prayer sessions, I kind of came to the conclusion, and him telling me, you know, Thessaloniki was kind of like the move.
Okay. So faith has been like a really big like staple in your life. So I know like you shared like part of like your past, like what, like the stuff you did before with me. We're not gonna get into all that because that's personal, but what made you like want to get closer to God? Like, what made you want to take that step in that direction towards that faith?
I had an aha moment, right? I got caught doing something I shouldn't have been doing, and I apologized profusely to this person, and they ended up letting it go. But it was like a big like I was going down a wicked spiral, and things were not going good. I was not doing good in classes. I was basically out the door at this point. And I remember having a moment in my room where I was at the foot end of my bed, and I just kind of had like a look up moment, and like he talked to me, and he said this is what you need to do. You need to get your life back on track. And I said okay. And then it happened to be a Thursday night, and I remembered Chi Alpha happening at that point, and they were just wrapping up, and I remember Josiah packing his car as he usually does with the things after Chi Alpha, and kind of starting to have conversations with him, and Josiah being a big part in helping me kind of rekindle my relationship with God, because while he has been a big staple for me, there have been moments in time where like I've strayed away from it. And freshman year into sophomore year was like a big spiral for me, with a lot of mental health issues and things that people don't really know, and I'm not really gonna tell you that happened behind closed doors and when I was by myself and with my actions and things that I did.
Do you think that like your relationship with God changed your perspective of life at all?
I believe it made it clearer. I believe it did a lot for me. For me, the mission's kind of always been the same with like the business and that being what I want to do, but my mindset has shifted from kind of like doing it on my own to asking him for help and guidance and advice.
Yeah, like that's like a big thing for me, especially like trying to just like trust in God, rely on Him through everything, because that's like the hardest part of it. Like not knowing like what's gonna happen, not knowing where you're gonna end up, like thinking like for me especially, like I overthink a lot of things, and that just comes from like the not knowing of life, and it's really hard to like finally to like understand like you don't gotta know everything at the exact same time. So it's just like, so I mean, it's very good. It's important to like rely on God and have that faith and all that type of stuff. Facts. So yeah, I definitely can resonate with your story 100%.
Yeah. To go off of that, like nobody really knows what's gonna happen, right? It's His plan. So I think it is hard to kind of give up that control. There are some people I know that are, in my opinion, people I look up to when it comes to like. Not look up to, but people I seek advice from and knowledge from when like I'm struggling from a verse or something, needing to know a verse, but they share the same struggles with me, and to know that is a good thing. So I think we all struggle with it. It's hard to give up power of yourself and control of yourself, and like the human nature is wanting to do everything on your own, but at the end of the day, if you can find a way to kind of release that and seek Him first, right? My favorite verse is Matthew 6:33. Seek first the kingdom of the Lord and all will be given to you, or something of that nature. But that's true, and I'm a testament of it, because like I said, I was going down this big spiral, and then the year following me kind of like finding Christ and turning to Him and taking my relationship more seriously, I became a second-team All-American. I became Male Breakout Athlete of the Year, Scholar Athlete of the Year. I had back-to-back 3.98 semesters GPA-wise.
Okay, yes, sir.
So it's kind of like, you want to talk about opening up doors. Like, the doors were wide open.
Yes, sir, the power of God.
And to that point, it's just like being a follower in Christ is like probably one of the hardest things to do, because like you're like battling all the things that's going on in your world, going on in your life, and random things just pop up, and it's just like at times just like harder to be patient in a way when you're not like seeing results like right when you pray or something. I think patience and just like stop overthinking them and just letting Him do Him, that's like one of the biggest things for me.
Has my dad told you this bar, Elijah, in the car? Do you ever tell you patience is a virtue?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. He told you all this stuff.
Yeah,
I mean that's a basic.
He told me everything. So right, with that, to go off of that, Kari, what you were saying, right? The biggest thing with me when it comes to that is like just having faith.
Yeah.
Having faith that He has the best intentions for you. I mean, look at the past year I had with playing ball. For me, I had such a wildly successful season on the court. And a little bit off the court, right? I was starting to see success with my radio show, the culmination of other things I had going on. But then I came in this year and I struggled really bad. It was really bad. And then in Thessaloniki, right, you want to talk about other things that He showed me in Thessaloniki. One of the things He showed me is, I'm not trying to show you only success on the court. I'm trying to show you success off of it. So like for me, if you look at the year I had off the court compared to on the court, it was a really good year, really successful within like community, because community is a big thing for me. So I think having that faith and kind of understanding that he has your best intentions in mind, and to have that trust is essential.
So how did like all of this, the relationship with God, everything like that, like how did you get into wheelchair basketball through that? Like was it, like, how did it get you to that point?
Well, for me, it happened when I was in second grade. I had to go to the library with my dad and my brother because my brother needed to do his homework, and we didn't have a computer. Because my family was technology, like old school, like pen and paper, back in the day. Still are. But so we had to go to the library. So I'm sitting there playing, I don't even know what. I was doing something. I was playing some type of game on the computer, and my brother was doing work with my dad. And some guy goes over to my dad. Well, he called my dad over, and he was like, is your son disabled? My dad said, yeah. And then I didn't really hear much of that conversation, but my dad ended up bringing me over and introducing him to me. That was my guy, Miko. He was supposed to come to Edinburgh, funny enough. And he kind of showed me wheelchair basketball. And then me and my dad had a conversation, and we were like, well, we got to take the opportunity. And long story short, I ended up getting into a lot of different sports after that. And I was doing sports year-round, knowing this is what I wanted to do. This was my number one, and still is. And then it kind of led me to Edinburgh. It led me to meeting Coach. It led me to Edinburgh, which led me to everything I have now.
To go back to juniors when you first started, what team did you play for?
I played for the Achievement Centers for Children's Junior Cleveland Cavaliers.
That's the full name?
Yep, that's the full name. You want the abbreviation version? The ACC Cleveland Cavaliers. But
that sounds very official.
It was very official.
ACC.
We were sponsored by the Cleveland Cavaliers.
That's nice.
That's a really good organization. You want to talk about top to bottom. They don't see as much success in the NBA as I feel like they should and they could do. But when it comes to like an organizational point through, doing like different things in the community and giving different opportunities, it's a really good organization. And they allowed us to play the sport I love. They paid for our hotel. They paid for the team to get registered. They paid for a lot of different things. We got jerseys, shorts, chairs, balls, all sorts of stuff. And we even got to play at halftime like 3-4 times a year. Within like the adult team, junior team, it was kind of split. But it was a really good opportunity. And I'm forever grateful to the Cleveland Cavs, the Achievement Center, for providing that opportunity to me.
The ACC sounds like a superhero league, bro. Like the Justice League and shit.
That sounds like a whack superhero group.
I mean, you feel me?
That means you would be on it, Jordan.
No. I'm an Avenger.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No. You can be on the DC one, though.
No, I'm not the Justice League.
You could be the Bionic dude.
Fine, I'll be Superman.
Or, no.
I'll be Superman.
You could be Flash. You could be Flash.
Hey, Flash is cool. Flash is fast.
You could be Green Lantern.
Green Lantern?
Yep.
Why?
He wasn't in the group, Kari.
He wasn't in the... he wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
Well, Jordan's not in the group. He just...
No, he's Flash.
Hey, that's fine. I'm fast.
Nah, he could be Wonder Woman.
I was about to say
Wonder Woman.
that.
No, I'm not Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
I'm a man.
Jordan.
No.
Away.
No, you're a penguin, Fr8’s.
Thank you.
No.
Actually, no. That is Julabon
Actually,
Buckley.
that is
Juju. They're talking about Juju.
Basically, I know you said you play with the Cavs. Myself, me and you probably play like 2 years against each other.
50 ball.
I know you played Jordan a couple times.
Once.
Do you have like and I know you and Julavon, y'all had y'all graduated probably the same year, so y'all played a lot. Do you have any like fun times playing against us? Do you remember anything besides that 50 ball that you always talk about?
Well, let me put it to you like this. I whooped them so bad they joined me. That's how bad it was.
That is not true.
Yep. I whooped them so bad that they joined me. Right. Shout out to Isaiah. Shout out to Evan. Shout out to
Shout out to Evan.
Shout out to Jeff.
Shout out to
No. It wasn't just Evan. No.
Evan.
Stop that nonsense. That's blasphemy. We're not gonna have that on here.
Yeah, you had a good team. You had a great team.
Yeah, we had a great team. Should have won a championship.
Yeah.
Shout out to COVID for messing that up for me. All right.
It wasn't meant to be.
If I wasn't a great guy, I'd flip off the camera, but I'm not going to. But what can I say, man? It's always been fun playing against good talent. But with Julavon, right? We used to call him Draymond. We used to call him Draymond because he was like Draymond Green.
That makes perfect sense.
I mean, he was like Draymond Green. And I remember this specific moment near the end of our junior careers, me and him. We were talking, and he was like, "Are you ready?" I was like, "Yes, Draymond, I am ready." He said, "All right, bro." And I was like, 40 minutes, Drew. I can't like you for 40 minutes. He said, "I hope not. 40 minutes, bro."
That's exactly how you sound.
I love your Drew LeBron impression.
And listen, man, we went out there and whooped him. Kari had blonde hair. He had the Odell. It was wild.
The circular glasses.
It was wicked. First time I saw Kari, I was like, "Who is this guy?" He looked like Harry Potter.
Like Harry Potter.
Him and Harry Potter were twins back in the day. The thumbnail needs to be a photo of you as that.
No, it will.
Yes.
It will not be.
Why?
It will not.
That's messed up. As for Jordan, I met Jordan at summer camp first.
Yes.
And then I was playing JP 1-on-1. James Pollard. I was playing him 1-on-1, and I hit a 3 to win it. And I remember Jordan just being so hype I won the game, and I was like, "Who is this guy?" I don't know who this guy is, but I dapped him up and I said thank you.
Shit, I got you, bro.
And then I remember playing him, and he was on the bench.
Okay, now, all right, relax.
I remember playing him, and he was on the bench with the high top.
I didn't have a high top back then.
That ugly high top. It was terrible.
No.
And then I remember in that game doing an amazing pass to Evan. Somebody was guarding me. It was either you or Joe Rafter. And I put the ball behind my head to Evan, right? The camera can see that motion. That was a good motion, wasn't it? And he caught it, and he Chick-fil-A'd it. What a great game that was. How many did we beat you guys by?
I don't know. I'm the only one.
A lot.
We've had this conversation. We had this conversation so many times, right?
A lot.
Every single podcast is brought up. I'm the only one who does not remember anything that happened in that tournament. I don't know why I remember so much.
The film is still on Facebook.
I don't care about the film.
From like 2018,
Like,
2017?
See, that's how you.
I don't care.
Hey,
Damn, you're a decade
That's
ago.
how we know y'all peaked in high school, because y'all always bring that up. Yeah, yes, you did.
Look at my resume and then talk.
No, if you peaked in high school, it's okay.
Where's your,
it's all right.
Where's your stuff?
Hey, where's
your awards?
I haven't even hit my peak yet. I haven't hit my peak. It's coming.
I haven't hit mine either.
It's coming.
I haven't hit
No,
mine
you
either.
already did in high school. That's why y'all talking about it so much.
Absolutely not.
At the end of the day, we're all in the same spot. And it
I'm
really
so
didn't
bad they
matter.
joined me. Just remember that.
Whoa,
no.
Put that on a shirt with my face.
I came
Thumbs
here for
up.
Jim Glatch, not you.
That is true. That's Grandpappy right there.
Grandpappy.
Well, I told you on your visit, just sign the paper. And what'd you do, Jordan? You signed the paper.
I was going to sign the paper anyway. You didn't do anything.
No.
I could have gone to Arizona. I could have had her. Dang.
Why didn't you? Do it.
Shit. It's too late now, bro. It's over with.
Then we're in a better spot.
Anyway, how did you come to Edinburgh? What made you want to come here, bro?
For me, at first, honestly, like it was like in my top 2. I was looking at either here or another school, and I was looking heavily into the other school, and I've known Glatch since I was in 3rd grade, so for me it was deep family ties, and I kind of looked at it, and it was kind of like meant to be, after conversations with my parents, a little bit of talking to a couple other people, and a couple visits, and I was like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. So I ended up coming here basically because I feel like I'm always put in a situation where I rebuild things, right? So coming in, team was kind of falling apart, and me knowing Glatch and me understanding what my end goal was, which is winning to be on USA, and kind of doing that. It was an easy decision at the end of the day. When it came to the final decision, it was a hard decision. As you guys know, it is a hard decision to decide what college to go to.
For sure.
Because most of the coaches out here are well respected, and I respect all of them. And so it was hard. But now that I'm here, I feel like it's like a why did you even consider other options kind of thing, just because of the opportunities I've been granted and kind of the other things that I've gotten to do here, getting to help rebuild this team, and getting to look at that kind of perspective is kind of golden. I have something that a lot of other people don't have when it comes to lived experiences.
How did it feel being put in that position where you had to be one of the key players in the rebuild of Edinburgh? Like, that must have been a lot of pressure coming in as a freshman, a true freshman, not like really haven't experience at the college level yet? Like what was your mindset going to when you signed and you had to put that expectation put on you?
For me, like I said, I've always been the type of guy that has to go earn everything he's given. I had to earn it in juniors. I had to earn it when I played adults. I had to earn it when I came here. I'm still trying to earn it today.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it was kind of like another day, another dollar kind of thing. Like, oh, I'm just clocking in for work.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess the shift in mindset was taking more of a hands-on role and seeing where I can help out more with, like, identifying talent, being a young voice that kind of like these recruits can talk to, compared to, it just being the coach. So I think for me, having more of a hands-on approach has helped.
So to go off that, you are entering in your last and final year of eligibility.
Don't remind me.
Just basically, how has that experience been? Just when you first became a student here on Edinboro, freshman year, entering, going into your fifth year, graduating. Like, how have you reflected on that as a student athlete?
I think I say it a lot, but this place is home to me. It's become home. I don't want to be anywhere else. I don't want to play anywhere else. If I'm going to win a championship, I want it to be here with this team.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as reflection goes, like, I haven't really had time to reflect because I guess I'm in denial when it comes to that because I don't really want it to end. I don't want it to come to an abrupt end. I feel like, after this, for a lot of athletes, there's not a platform for us to get our name out there, and a lot of people get lost in the shuffle after college. So I think for me, it's like, where do I kind of, going back to what Uncle Mike said, get in where you fit in. Well, where do I fit in? For me, it's like, where can I still get a platform that I can put myself out there with a talented group of guys that they want it. They want to go work. They're hungry. And it's just, in the United States, it's not possible. There are some athletes out there, you have the Brian Bells, the Trayvon Jennifers, the Steve Sirios, the Matt Scotts of the world, that, they still work. But it's like, for me, it's like, what's next? Like, I don't really know what's next. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do. So for me, this is home. It's always going to be home. I just wish I could go out on my terms instead of, kind of being told I have to get out.
Yeah. Like that's like a thing for me too. Like if, like you said, like if I'm gonna win a championship, I want it to be with this team because like the bond we all have is just like so strong, and I feel like finding that bond somewhere else, like that's not on this team, with people who are as hungry and are as determined as me and as the rest of the guys on the team, including y'all too. Like, it's just really hard, and it's going to be really hard trying to make that adjustment. So that's why, for me, like, it's about urgency. It has to happen now. I want it to happen now.
I mean, speaking about, like, off the court, I have so many opportunities here that, and like I said, I wear a lot of hats. I'm not going to bore you with everything I do, but I love it. I love everything that I do on campus, off campus. I mean, the things we get to do, like, we get to hang out. We get to go do things together. And, I mean, in my opinion, when I go back home, that's it. Like, I don't want to be a guy that works regular 9 to 5. I don't want to, just collect my check and kind of, wait for retirement to come. I want to be able to, like, live life, and I want to go do things. And I feel like once I decide to go home to Ohio, to Yoderville, as you guys like to call it, when I go back to Yoderville, I want it to be when I'm old, gray, and I'm ready to just set roots and retire.
Yeah.
I feel like that's just like the goal for me as well.
Yeah,
like,
for me too.
Because like once I graduate, like I don't want to go back to Detroit and just be a regular person. Like I got goals that I want to achieve, and like I'm not just settled on just basketball. That's why we made this podcast too. That's why you are a businessman. You made your own podcast. Like we all got different talents and things that we could do.
Mm-hmm.
So basketball is just not just one thing for us.
Yeah, I'm not trying to diss. I'm just gonna throw this out there. I'm not trying to diss like the adult division, but I understand that like those guys have full on like families that they have to take care of. They have jobs that they have to work. I just wish that there was some way that we could continue to get our name out there at a competitive level like college for those people that want it, like me, like Kari, like Jordan, like my guy Jake Eastwood, like Evan Heller, like, you know, just all these guys that are out there that want to get their name out there. Martrell Stevens. I mean, you know, we have a lot of great talent in the United States, but we don't get to showcase it once college is over. Like, it just feels like that's it. Like, it's like, oh, you had your moment, now it's time to back. When really, it's like these guys like me, like Trell, like all these other guys I've named and everybody else in the division, it's like we have a lot more to give.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people want that next platform that we can step up to, and, you know, not just hope that you can get to a D1 team that's, you know, one of the top 3, but to flourish in different states and see different teams like come up, and just like the NBA, you know, like Detroit, they're in a rebuild. They're about to be done with the rebuild. I mean, I want to see that rather than just, you know, going back to a team that's just there to play as a hobby. Like, respectfully, I'm not trying to do that right now. That's not the stage of life I'm in. Like, I'm trying to showcase myself because I'm not happy with where I'm at. You know, I want to make USA, and I feel like if I go back to an adult team, wherever it is, I'm going to get lost in the shuffle because I don't know how to set myself apart at that level because of, you know, just the competitiveness and the willingness of people to work.
Because, like, once you, like, I see it all the time, like, some D3, D2 players, like, they don't practice as much as college athletes do. They don't condition as much. And it's just, like, that's just going to build, like, a lazier, settled mindset, like, when I get older. And it's just, I just can't do that. But going back to college and everything, after your 5th year, do you have any plans in mind of, like, still building this program up, anything like recruiting wise, or like, do you have a big picture once you leave?
I've always loved the idea of becoming a recruiter for this program and kind of taking the reins of that, just because I love it, man. I love seeing these hungry kids kind of, you know, work for everything, and I love seeing the talent that they bring in. I love the new generation coming in, and I love, you know, being able to pass the torch and kind of seeing where the next generation leads us. I have no idea where I'm going to end up after this year. In a perfect world, I either become a recruiter for the team or I end up overseas, just to hopefully continue my platform and hopefully, you know, get to where I want to go. But, you know, back to what I was saying, you know, I don't think I should have to go overseas in order to build my platform.
Right.
Facts.
I feel like, you know, we have the number 1 rated basketball league when it comes to the NBA. The WNBA is on the rise. We have the NFL. We have the PGA Tour. We have Wimbledon. We have all these other things, right? The tennis stuff. I don't know if Wimbledon's in the United States. I have no idea, but I'm just saying, you know, we have Serena Williams. We have Tiger Woods. We have all these other great things. I think it's high time that we kind of, you know, get our own league going that's kind of similar. You know, it's going to take time. It's going to take people willing to sacrifice. We talked about sacrifice earlier, but I think that's going to be the next step, hopefully. But not to rant. All I'm saying is I don't know where I'm going, but I want to continue to grow my platform at the same competitive level.
We all do. I know I do. So, last question. What is something you're going to miss the most about Edinboro and in general, on basketball stuff, off the court wise, all that type of stuff?
Well, if I do leave, I'm going to miss the people here. I'm going to miss the professors, just because, you know, they're actually willing to sit down and help you if you have a problem, right? If you speak up and you talk to these professors and you're like, hey, I'm struggling, they're willing to sit down and talk to you about things. They're willing to help you. They'll go to great lengths to help you succeed, which I think is something a lot of colleges are missing nowadays. And that does come with a bigger school. You know, you go to a bigger school, you become a number. You don't become a student. You become a number to them. You become a part of their paycheck. Whereas, like, here, we're blessed because we have the right balance, so that, professors are willing to sit there and help you. And I think that's so important to having academic success. And it's underrated, in my opinion. Like, it's something that kind of like flies under the radar. On the court, I'm going to miss the competitiveness. I'm going to miss practicing every day. I'm going to miss, the grind. I'm going to miss it. And then, I'm going to miss my guy Jeremy, my guy Zay. I'm going to miss Mike. I'm going to miss Will. I'm going to miss Jeff. I'm going to miss Johnny.
I didn't hear my name.
I'm going to miss Colton.
I didn't hear my name either.
I'm going to miss them, my guys. Not you.
Okay.
Not you.
It's all right.
Yes, it's all right.
Hey,
we know you're number 1 and 2. Feel me? I'm number 1.
My number 1 is Jeremy.
We gonna see you in Florida, bro.
Well, actually, my number 1 is Alex.
Big
my brother,
Alex.
my brother Alex.
Oh.
Shout out Alex. But he doesn't go to Edinburgh, so.
Oh. I don't have a number 1. I love all my children the same.
Cool.
You have any?
There's a lot I'm gonna miss. I'm gonna miss it all. I could sit here and list it, but I'm gonna miss everything. I'm gonna miss people, just all of it.
You got the Chi Alpha group as well.
Yep, I'm gonna miss everybody. I'm gonna miss all of it. I'm gonna miss all of it. It's been, we talk and we joke about like Jordan saying he's living in a movie, but like you come to Edinburgh and you feel like you're a part of that movie, and you feel like, I sat back and I thought about it a little bit, and I'm like, man, my life is kind of like a movie. I don't know what the ending is, but
none of us know.
I'm ready to see what's next, and hopefully it's more success, more determination, more discipline, more sacrifice.
This has been another All-in-One podcast featuring our special guest
Fr8,
my brother, my dog. Make sure y'all tune into our second channel, Beyond All-in-One. We posted a public interview at Atlantic City. Very nice.
We got a new video dropping tomorrow, or we're gonna record a new video tomorrow. We're gonna do a little bowling challenge for y'all. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you lock in, you tune in, share it to your friends, your family.
Make sure you watch me whoop them,
Just
like I did in juniors. Woo!
Okay.
All right. Okay. He
It's
loves
all
to say
right.
that.
He does have to say.
I'm about to bowl a 130, so y'all tune in.
I'm gonna bowl 150.
199.
Okay.
And we're gonna put a wager up. Who you gonna win that bowling out of us three? You feel me? On the YouTube. Yes, sir.
Follow all our social medias: Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, all that. And we'll see you in the next video.
We
Peace.
out. We out.